during this historically volatile time period in terms of geopolitical tensions between Russia and Ukraine. We're going to narrow our focus this week to what the weather conditions are for soybeans in Brazil and Argentina, and also reiterate the fact that November soybean futures are trading at the highest level ever for late February. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've moved into late February here, and this market is going through some historically volatile times. I want to take a moment this week to highlight what's going on in terms of the tension between Russia and Ukraine. As we tape here on Tuesday afternoon, there's a lot going on that we certainly don't know what's going to happen in terms of commodity markets. What I really want to underscore, though, is this is the time where you want to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to manage price movement and avoid price prediction. We don't know what direction these markets are going to head short term. We only know that attractive prices are being offered today. And by working closely with your trusted risk management advisor, you can utilize the volatility in the market to manage price movement and avoid price prediction. Let's get right back to talking about the weather here. We're going to start out looking at where the soybeans are produced in Brazil. Now, they're harvesting beans actively in northern Brazil, probably 2/3 way done with beans harvest in Mato Grosso, and bean harvest then declines in terms of progress all the way down to the southern state of Rio Grande do Sul. Those beans are still setting pods and filling pods, and we'll talk about that more in a moment. Let's move on now and talk about the weather. As usual, this week our slides are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. We're going to start out here looking at the last 14 days in terms of precip totals as a proxy, if you will, for topsoil moisture. Notice in that far northern state of Mato Grosso, it's actually a normal amount. So harvest is proceeding quite rapidly here. But as we move further south, remember those beans in the further southern states are still setting pods and filling pods. It has been dry over the last 2 weeks, and that is where the lower production estimates from private sources have been emerging. Let's look at now the next few days. We're going into Wednesday, Thursday of this week. Wednesday, Thursday of this week, notice across Argentina there's some rain moving in. However, across southern Brazil, particularly Rio Grande do Sul, dryness and warm persists. So some of those beans are suffering this week across southern Brazil. As we extend, though, into this weekend and next week, there is a change afoot here. We're looking at more moisture across that southern Brazil area, which will help some of those very late developing soybeans in far southern Brazil. Let's encapsulate the next 2 weeks here looking at the total amount relative to normal as you move further north. Again, normal amounts are actually below normal amounts in the north will help foster soybean harvest. As we move further south into Rio Grande do Sul, slightly above normal, which will help those late developing beans. Let's switch gears now and focus on soybean production areas in Argentina. Now, there are 3 main soybean growing provinces in country of Argentina. We're looking at Buenos Aires, Cordoba, and Santa Fe. Roughly 80% of those beans in Brazil and Argentina are produced in those provinces. Let's now focus on the weather trends for Argentina. Now, we're looking at Argentina the last 2 weeks has been dry, and that's really got the market a bit nervous. But as we look ahead again to Wednesday night and Thursday of this week, notice a lot of rain is moving across that the Argentina soybean areas. So this is a change in the weather pattern, perhaps stabilizing those soybeans in Argentina. Let's look into the weekend, Saturday, Monday, a little further north in terms of that projected moisture, but the key message is the pattern appears to be changing in Argentina away from dryness into more of a normal seasonal pattern. Let's wrap up the next 2 weeks here forecast-wise. Normal to maybe a smidgen above normal precip across those key soybean producing areas in Argentina. Let's wrap things up this week looking at trends in November soybean futures. And we're looking at November soybean futures near $14.70 a bushel here. That's the highest price ever for late February. Can't underscore this strongly enough. We strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor. Continue to manage price movement. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an upload. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.